Hello and welcome to the Wayward Skein. This is day 4 of Vlogmas. It's December 4th. It's about 6:15. Normally I would be at my parents' house for dinner on Sunday night, but we decided to take a break this week. Mom wasn't up for it and I wasn't up for it either. I'm really tired, so I stayed home. So tired, in fact, I realized this about 20 minutes ago when I was uploading it from my phone. That when I showed you guys the little thing of tea, and I was like, that's weird. It's printed mirror image on the canister. No, it's not. I was holding it upside down. Don't mind me. I'll be okay. I was uncaffeinated at the time. So today's tea is white chocolate cranberry, which is delicious. It's sweet. There's not a lot of cranberry flavor to it, but the little tin only had like one piece of cranberry in it, so it is delicious. It's now cooled. I've made it like an hour and a half ago. So I already put my square into the blanket. Where'd it go? There it is. So I had to start a new row, which I hate. I always hate starting a new row because you have to put these on, like it's the twist and wrap around sort of thing. I hate that. So not my favorite yarn. This was very obviously Felici. It's super, super soft and very squishy and gorgeous against your skin. It has zero twist to it. Like, I don't know if you can see that. So it splits apart very, very easily. No, it's not going to focus on that, of course. So it splits apart very easily, and it has zero twist to it whatsoever. Pain in the butt to get started with. But it does knit up beautifully, and it's very, very soft. So I can't remember who gave this to me. My knitting girls, if any of you recognize this, it's probably Andrea, or could be Mandy, or not sure Mandy's that big on Felici. I know Andrea has a lot of this, and I can't remember who else. But anyway, it's from one of my knitting girls, I think. So anyway, if any of you recognize this, let me know. I've given up on trying to track like what comes from where, because I can't keep track anymore. There's so many minis that have come from so many sources over the years, but there's so many pretty yarns in here. Not a lot of self-striping in this one, though. I think this is the only other one. So there's not a lot of self-striping. Oh, no, there's another one. In this blanket, there's a couple of them, but not a lot compared to the number of self-striping minis that I have lying around. So that's why I wanted to grab that one. I have my little baggie of minis that I'm pulling from. These are, some of these are mine. A lot of my Find Your Fade shawl minis are in here. Some that I bought from, like this is one of the Twist Festival that I showed you guys yesterday, or the day before. My mini was from Twist, and that was one of the other ones that I bought there. This one is from Crystal. It's I can't remember who it's by, but it's one of her minis. I've got the rest of the faded blossoms, the pink, the yellow, the orange, and where's the sparkly blue? The sparkly blue right here are from the faded blossoms. I've already got the purple in the blanket. So those are the other 5. There's purple. I love how the sparkly shows up with this camera. Yay. That's always been a bit of a challenge. So Sarah from the Bookish Knitter podcast was saying this morning in her Vlogmas episode that she doesn't really follow a pattern. Same goes. I originally started my first blanket with it was sort of a combination of the Knitted Patchwork Recipe by Martina Ellis and some other pattern by Georgie Nicholson, but I don't remember what it was called. I don't really follow a pattern. I cast on 40 for my squares, 22 a side, and I just go from there. I do 2 single decreases instead of a double decrease in the middle because I like to put my stitch marker in the middle, and I just like the way it looks better. Like it's less of a it doesn't stick out. It's very flat, and I find the double decrease has a ridge that I don't like. So here it stays very flat and isn't raised at all. So that's what I prefer about that one, and that's why I do it that way. So yep, That's it. It's my blanket so far. There's not a lot of it because I had one that was 35 squares long, like wide, and I had about 10 rows on it, and it got destroyed. It accidentally got thrown away. I had it rolled up, and it was in a plastic bag because it didn't fit in any of my project bags anymore. And one day when my kids were cleaning up, so really I can't complain. It accidentally got thrown away and kind of broke my heart a little bit. So it took me a little while to get going on this one, and it has taken me some time to fall in love with this one. But I'm getting there. I'm starting to want to knit on it more. This one, I love this one. This was the sock blank from Mandy Pinecone. So yeah, there's a lot of neat stuff in this blanket. A lot of memories. Not as many as in the other one, obviously. And parts of it make me a little sad. Like this orange, this is one of the 3 yarns I got from Nowdale Fibers to make the wedding shawl for the wedding that never happened. I don't know if the other 2 are in here yet. The brown and the, let me see, the brown and the teal. I don't think are in this blanket yet, but they will be eventually. Yeah, the shawl is in my closet. It's not blocked. It's finished, but it's not blocked. I need some time. It will get there eventually, but it's not there yet. So anyway, that's what I did. So yes, when I opened my Advent this morning and showed the little canister on camera, I was firmly convinced in my head that they had printed the name like mirror image, but no, I'm a dum-dum and I was holding the canister upside down. So that is why that looked like that. And I had my little chocolate, and that was one of the doors that was already broken open, so it was a little easier to get to. I'm really enjoying my tea. I got a little bit more work done on the sock. I'm continuing apace with the decreases, so I'm partway down the foot. I have about 15 rows left of decreases, and then I can start the actual foot. This is the original sock, so I'm getting there. We'll get there. I really wish I had a front-facing light, because the camera, the phone light doesn't cut it. It's just not as bright as the big CFL, or that's an LED. So it's not as bright as the little LED that I have in that lamp. But we'll get there. It is nighttime, obviously. Because why would I knit during the daytime? Why would I talk to you guys during the day? Today was a bit challenging because I was very tired and my son was away, and I'm losing stuff all over the place. Needles are just going flying. I did make a start on a second project last night. I don't know if this is too tight. I suspect it might be because it's really, really tight. And if it is too tight, I'm just going to have to cut my losses and start over with a new ball because you can't unravel this stuff. It's a boucle yarn, and it's horrific. It is nylon, linen, I just started my show again, and viscose. So it is it's 50% nylon, 25% linen, and 25% viscose. It is this stuff, Bernat Pearlspun, which has not been made in, I think, 20, 30 years. I have 9 balls of it. And so I decided to use it to make, this is the Christmas project that I'm doing. So I'm making stuffed toys with it. And we'll see how it works. Right now, I'm not loving knitting with it. It's very hard on the hands. This is very, very stiff. So I don't know if I've gone too tight. I've actually gone up a needle size from what the pattern recommended. The pattern is very poorly written. I was very disappointed because this is a pattern designer that I've always really admired. It's a freebie on Rav. Well, it's a freebie on the Wayback Machine, I think. So I don't know if it was a freebie on Rav. Let's see. I've got it on the screen here. Woo. It is the teddy bear featured in Prima magazine, issue December 2008. It is taken from the Simply Baby book by Debbie Bliss. The very first paragraph of the body is so confusing. I had to go start looking at other people's patterns, or other people's projects, to see if anybody had clarified this. And thank goodness somebody did, because beyond the first instruction, I had no idea how to proceed. And this person was like, okay, the pattern is very poorly written. Here's what it should say. And she spells it out in detail and was very clear, and I was able to read it, so then I was able to continue. So I've only just started it, and I'm undecided as to whether or not I'm going to move up a needle size. I mean, obviously, you can still kind of see through it. So I think it's just the nature of the yarn itself. The linen doesn't have a lot of give to it. And I mean, it is very elastic. It's very stretchy, which is kind of a problem. But I've been trying not to stretch it out too much. It still has a fair amount of bounce, but it's a very stiff fabric. Like, I don't know how to explain it. There's no drape to this. None. So we'll see how it goes. This is just one piece. So I'll try to finish this piece tonight and see how it goes. And I have to sew. There's a lot of sewing involved with this pattern, so we'll see. Maybe I'll hate it. I don't know. We shall find out. But yeah, what's it called on Rav? It is called Teddy Bear by Debbie Bliss. Okay, so yeah, pretty much. So thank you to Restless Hands, who is the user on Ravelry who clarified the pattern slightly. Thank you so much, because I wouldn't have been able to get as far as I have without it. And I'm only 28 rows in. This is 28 rows of knitting. This teeny little thing. Ugh. So yeah, that's all the knitting I've done. I did not pick up the scarf. I didn't pick up anything else. I did 2 blanket squares. And I did a part of a sock, and I did that. So that's respectable, considering the fact that I was working 1 to 9 last night. I was working 9 to 1 this morning. So it works out. I did some knitting. It's all good. Not much else is going on. I have got a lot of schoolwork to do because my courses all finish in 2 weeks. My 2 courses. I don't even know where the phone that just did that is. Sorry. So anyway, I'm going to try and keep it short today, because the last couple have been, the first one and the third one were very long. I have been watching all my Vlogmases and enjoying them very, very much. If you're watching others that I haven't mentioned, let me know, and I will check them out. And yeah, that's what I've been doing. So Sundays are a very weird day for me, because it's the middle of my work week with Porter. And it's usually the day where I do the most running around and I'm the most tired. And right now I'm definitely very tired and will be having a nap in the very near future. We just went out and got Zach something to eat, because there's not a lot left in the fridge that doesn't require a lot of effort. And I'm tired and just want to veg out and watch a little bit of 24 and maybe a couple more episodes of Vlogmas and crash out. So I hope you're all having a great weekend, and I will see you again tomorrow on Monday.